Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry for the lack of content. I've just been busy with work, and my husband and I are getting ready to go on a trip to Japan for our official honeymoon. So that's really exciting, and we've just been uh, kind of starting to pack and get ready for that. So this will probably be my last video before the trip. And then the restaurant that I work for is opening up after I get back. So I will try to keep the new video every Monday uh, coming, but we'll see how it all works out. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my first how-to video for you guys. And I'm going to start out with something really simple, and that's going to be peanut butter cookies. All right, and these are cookies that I like to make over the holidays. The recipe's super simple, super easy. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to also try to do some of my favorite holiday recipes, whether savory or sweet, over the next few weeks with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. So I will try to do that for you best I can. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which I have done already. And then you want to line 2 baking pans with parchment paper. Or you can use something called a silpat. And this is a silpat, okay? It is a silicone mat and heat proof, and they are great for a lot of things, especially cookies, okay? Now, you can get ones that are just plain, like this one, or you can get one that has these circles on here. Now, this I had purchased for my wedding, actually, because I made French macarons for my favors. And this was really helpful in getting the correct size down. And unfortunately, I cannot make French macaroons anymore. It gives me anxiety. And I would rather, buy them than make them now. So, kind of ruined French macaroons for myself. So, but let's get into it. The first thing that we're going to do in this bowl is we are going to cream together the peanut butter, okay, and which you will need a cup of, all right, and then we're going to need 1 stick of butter that's been softened, all right. Now, you can either do that for a few seconds in the microwave, try not to melt it, or you can leave your butter out overnight, and that will get it perfectly soft, okay? So let's get the peanut butter in the cup here. Now, baking, as I've said before, is a science, and you really do need to precisely measure out all of your ingredients, okay? And I apologize if you can't see my face too well. I'm trying to have the phone at an angle to where, you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. I am working on getting a tripod, so hopefully the next time I do one of these, you guys will be able to see even better. So let's get this measured out. And for the peanut butter, I love peanut butter. So I kind of mound it in the cup. I don't make it, exact. And I'm using Jif peanut butter for this. You can use whatever kind of peanut butter you want. Doesn't have to be Jif. But I would say stick with the creamy for this. Okay. So, just going to put this in here. All right. Okay. Scrape a lot off. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a half a cup of white sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. Now, I, unfortunately, I do not have on hand white sugar. So for this, I'm going to use all brown sugar, okay? And I have a total of a cup here to make up for, the half a cup of white sugar. So I have a whole cup of brown sugar that I'm going to put in here, okay? Now, I really like using all brown sugar in cookies, just because I like the molasses flavor and I like the texture that it gives the cookie when it's baked. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cream all of this together, okay? Should only take a few minutes. And for this, you want to use the paddle attachments on your hand mixer if using a hand mixer, okay? Now, do the best I can. See how creamy that is and smooth? That's what you want, all right? So now, we're just going to take our spatula and we're going to scrape down the sides and just kind of go through the middle, all right? And make sure that everything is well incorporated and you don't have chunks of butter or chunks of brown sugar or anything like that, all right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 egg, all right? And you can use a stand mixer for this if you want. I just don't feel like breaking mine out all the time. The next thing that we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Okay? Now for vanilla, because I love vanilla, I don't even measure vanilla. I just pour it in. I just eyeball it. Okay? There we go. Now, we are going to mix this again and incorporate the egg and the vanilla. So this is what it looks like, okay? All smooth and nice and creamy. All right, so we're going to set this aside, all right? And then in another bowl, we are going to have our dry ingredients, all right? The first thing that we're going to do is flour. All right. Now, I didn't have the flour pre-measured because I wanted to talk about the flour for just 1 second. As I said, when you bake, it's really important to be precise with your measurements, okay? So, when you do the flour, I know this cup's dirty, but it'll work. So what you do is, with a spoon, all you want to do is you just want to spoon the flour into the cup. And what this is going to do is this is going to give you a really accurate measurement for your flour, okay? Because you don't want to put too much flour into whatever you're baking. So, then what you see how it's all mounded, all right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the back of your spoon, and I just go like this. I'm getting flour over the table, but that's all right. And then we're just going to scrape it off back into the bag, and we're going to make it nice and level, okay? And that is going to go into our other bowl. And we're going to need 1.5 cups. So we'll need another half a cup, all right? Put that back in the bag. And again with the half cup, just spoon it in. Keep it heaping. Alright. And this way also, you're not packing the flour into the cup, which is very important. Okay. So we're going to level it off. Okay. And we're going to put that into our bowl. Alright, let's move this flour out of the way. Alright. Our next dry ingredient is going to be baking soda, okay? And we are going to need 1 teaspoon. Okay. I'll put that in. And then we're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. And now we're just going to mix this together. And you can just mix this together with a fork. Okay. So it's just get that nicely incorporated. All right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to add the flour and baking soda and salt to the peanut butter, butter, and brown sugar, or sugars if you have the white, okay? And then we're going to mix this in till it's combined. Okay. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spatula. Just going to go around the sides again and just kind of work the rest in by hand. Alright. Now what you're going to do is clean this off. Alright. Now what you're going to do is get your cookie scoop, okay? And you're going to now scoop out the cookies and put them on a sheet pan. So let's get our silpat. Okay. Now you can let the cookies, or the cookie dough, I should say, sit in the refrigerator and get cold. I know sometimes, with some cookie recipes, they tell you to do that. I'm not quite sure the science behind it, but I know that it helps the dough. I guess maybe some doughs bake better cold. So I'm actually going to use the same bowl that I had the flour in. I'm just going to put a little brown sugar in there. Alright. Now what we're going to do, we're going to scoop out a cookie. And with clean hands, alright, which my hands are, okay, you're going to roll, scoop, and then you're going to roll the cookie in some brown sugar. Okay. Now this does call for the white at this stage also, but as I said, ran out of white sugar, so we're improvising, right? And that's something, as a chef, that's very important. I say, it's called adapt and survive. If you don't have something, at work, think about, maybe what else you could do with that ingredient. Maybe, you don't have the ingredients to maybe, make the dressing that you want for, a salad, or, a sauce that you want to make. So what can you do? What else can you do? Always have to be thinking about that kind of stuff. Maybe they shorted you on your order that came in that day. What else? Shorted you on the veg of the day. What else can you do? Simple things like that. And as I mentioned before, while I'm scooping this, might as well talk about it. As I said, my husband and I are going to Japan for our official honeymoon. We've been talking about this trip for a long time, and beginning of this year, we finally went to the travel agent and got that booked. We did do something small after the wedding, of course. We just went to the beach. But we finally, decided to, spend the money and do a big trip. Some of the things that we're going to go see are, we're going to go to Kyoto, okay, and we're going to go to Osaka, and, we're going to go see Tokyo, obviously. We're staying in Tokyo, so that should be really fun. And we want to go see Mount Fuji, and we'll climb Mount Fuji. And we'll do fun stuff. Also, we're gonna go do some Halloween stuff. Get all dressed up and check out, see what Japan's like on with Halloween, you know? So very, very excited for this trip. It'll be a trip of a lifetime for sure. So I'm almost done balling up the cookies. Okay. This cookie scoop really comes in handy. Not only because it makes it easier to scoop, but, you know, if you're looking for all your cookies to be the same size, then, you know, then it does that for you. So I'm just gonna roll this sugar. Alright, this is all the cookies, and it's a little bit of a smaller one, but that's alright. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our fork, and what we're going to do, here, I'll try to show you the best that I can, alright, is we're going to take this, we're going to go down this way, and we're going to go down the other way, and give it the, you know, crisscross, peanut butter cookie, hashtag, looks like hashtag. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but guess it's what makes one of the things that makes peanut butter cookies peanut butter, just next to the peanut butter, you know. And like I said, I am working on getting a tripod. Just been busy, and I haven't gotten that far quite yet. But hopefully, I'll be able to get that here soon. All right. All right, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick these in a preheated 350-degree oven for 8 to 9 minutes. All right, and we'll check back, see how they do.